When most people imagine a leader, they often think of someone loud, outgoing, and constantly speaking. We connect leadership with confidence that shows through loud voices and strong personalities. But today, I want to challenge that idea. This idea matters because leadership shapes workplaces, schools, and organizations. When we misunderstand what leadership looks like, we risk overlooking people who could lead effectively simply because they are quieter. Research shows that leadership successes depends on behavior and decision making, not volume. Leadership is often associated with outspoken personalities, but research shows that effectiveness does not depend on how loud someone is. Introverts are frequently underestimated because they tend to be quiet, reflective, and resolved. However, these exact qualities are what make them strong leaders. My purpose today is to persuade you that introverts make great leaders because research proves that they are more effective, make thoughtful decisions, and create calm, productive work environments. By looking at academic research in leadership and organizational psychology, we can better understand how introverts' traits align closely with what effective leadership actually requires. One of the strongest qualities of an introverted leader is their ability to listen. According to a leadership study published through Harvard Business School, introverted leaders are effective because when working with proactive employees, they listen carefully and allow team members to share ideas and take initiative instead of dominating the conversation. Introverted leaders create space for others to share their thoughts. This type of listening builds trust. When employees feel heard, they are more engaged, more motivated, and more willing to contribute innovative ideas. Strong listening also strengthens relationship between leaders and their teams, which improves overall performance. Listening is especially important in modern leadership because teams are more collaborative than ever. When leaders dominate conversations, value ideas can be missed. Introverted leaders tend to create space for others to feel they can contribute, which allows employees to feel valued and respected. This not only improves communication but also increases motivation and engagement within teams. This research shows that introverts do not lack leadership skills. They lead by listening first. Another major strength of introverted leaders is thoughtful decision making. The article Why Introverts Are Remarkably Effective Leaders, backed by organizational science, summarizes research in organizational science explaining that introverts tend to process information deeply before acting. Instead of rushing into decisions, they reflect, analyze, and carefully consider their options. This kind of deep thinking leads to stronger long term strategies and helps leaders avoid impulsive mistakes. In leadership positions where decisions affect many people, the ability to slow down and think clearly is extremely valuable. In leadership roles, decisions often have long term consequences. Introverted leaders are less likely to make decisions based on emotional pressure or in the moment. Instead, they rely on careful analysis and reflection. Research suggests that approach leads to more stable outcomes and helps organizations avoid unnecessary risk. These studies suggest that introverted leaders are better equipped to handle complex decisions as they tend to rely on careful thought rather than impulsive reactions. Introverted leaders also create calm and supportive work environments. A peer-reviewed study titled Introverted and Yet Effective, a phased approach to a relationship between leadership and extravagance found that introverted leaders often create emotionally stable and low-stress workspaces. Employees reported feeling more comfortable communicating and sharing ideas under leaders who remain calm and reflective. A calm work environment also supports mental well-being. While leaders remain composed, employees feel safer asking questions, sharing concerns, and offering ideas. Over this time, this builds trust, a culture of trust and respect, which research consistently links to higher productivity, job satisfaction. When a leader stays calm under pressure, it reduces tension within the team. Employees feel safer, more respected, and more confident in expressing themselves. As a result, there is better collaboration, higher job satisfaction, and stronger productivity. This research proves that introverted leadership does not create weakness, it creates stability. In addition to academic research, real-world examples also support the success of introverted leadership. Larry Page, the co-founder of Google, is known for his quiet and thoughtful leadership style. Bill Gates, the co-founder of Microsoft, has openly discussed his introverted nature and the role of deep thinking in guiding his decisions. Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, and Elon Musk are also known for being highly focused, reserved leaders who rely on reflection and strategy rather than loud communication. What is important about these examples is not just their success, but how they lead. Many of these leaders are known for being highly focused, reflective, and strategic. Their leadership styles align closely with what research describes as effective introverted leadership, showing that these traits are not limitations but strengths. These examples align with phenomenal study of introverted leaders, which examined real leaders who identified as introverts. The study found that they consistently relied on quiet reflection, emotional control, and strong listening skills to guide their organization successfully. These leaders demonstrate that quiet leadership can yield significant innovation and success. Academic research demonstrates that introverts can make effective leaders. They listen carefully to their teams, they make thoughtful and strategic decisions, and they create calm, productive environments where people feel supported and respected. Leadership is not about being loud, it's about being practical, thoughtful, and trustworthy. My call to action is simple. Schools, workplaces, and organizations must stop equalizing leadership with loudness and start recognizing introverts as strong, capable leaders. By doing so, we open the door for diverse leadership styles and better overall successes. When we redefine leadership to include different personality styles, we create more inclusive and effective organizations. Recognizing introverted leadership also allows us to value, listen, reflection, and emotional control as strengths rather than weaknesses.